Hello and welcome to Boldly Going.
Hello.
I have the Film Fanatics Association with me. I've got Dan over here. Got Justin over there.
What's up, guys?
And we're going back, folks. There are.
Let's not be sexist.
Guys and gals.
Well, all right.
Guys and gals.
That's what he means.
I've checked my analytics. 13% of you are women. Thank you.
Wow.
Most of you are men though, so it's mostly right. But we are, unlike Roddenberry, we are not sexist.
Something that may be discussed in this episode.
Officially.
Oh, yeah.
Officially. So we're going back to TOS, original series, and we get to discover Charlie X when, as the Star Trek crew on the Enterprise often do, they pick up random people, and one of these people is Charlie X, and it turns out he has abilities, and he has difficulty fitting in because he's an adolescent and he's very angry. And this is one of those very interesting episodes that can be a tad entertaining. And I'm going to start with Dan. Because I want to hear what he feels about Mr. Charlie X and the fact that he wants to stay. He just wants to stay then.
Well, he wants to be liked, too.
He wants to hang out.
Do you like me, he says to people.
Do you like me?
He also slaps women on the butt sometimes.
But who tells him to do that?
Well...
He takes it the wrong way.
He takes it the wrong way. Kirk has to have a little chat with him
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I think Kirk trying to get on the mentor role was actually
But then he also tries to teach him...
to turn one into lizards?
No, he didn't teach him that. He tries to teach him self-defense.
Not bad. And then he gets mad.
Which is fine, but then he gets mad and vaporizes some man.
He also is a very poor loser at chess.
Oh, yeah, he was real mad when Spock beat him at chess, which, by the way...
Spock was trying to help him out.
Best chess set ever, I would say.
You've never seen the Star Trek chess?
No,
it's got like
the three-tiered chess. I like that a lot.
Data plays that sometimes.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good callback.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah. So, Charlie X is annoying.
I hate that guy
Obviously,
so much.
he's made to be.
Correct.
Right.
But I just sort of thought about a lot of the future Star Trek youth that we might know and
setting a precedent.
dislike, like a Wesley, Jake, perhaps. So, I don't know about you, Justin, but I thought of them heavily in this episode.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, they're not mean-spirited or as evil as he is.
No.
But they do, Wesley sort of wants to take over the ship, and,
he wants to
there's
throw people out
some
of
things.
Wow.
So, yeah, this episode was a little bit weird.
Definitely.
Really?
The Nichelle Nichols karaoke show for like 2 minutes in the beginning.
She likes to sing, man.
She likes to sing, and that's fine, but I don't know why that had to be in the show. I understand all the rage in the mid-'60s was like the variety hours and the, let's have, give Bobby Darin his own variety show and give, Ricky Nelson his show and everybody singing on it. I feel like they were trying to tap into that.
Maybe.
With let's have a couple minutes of song here on Star Trek. To me, wasn't feeling it. I love Nichelle Nichols. Her voice is fine, but didn't need to be there. So but yeah, Kirk has a couple of good interactions with him.
I think he has pretty good moments for Kirk. He's not,
actually. And the acting from Shatner is decent.
Yeah.
It's not overdone. This is, I think, before there was one part where I was like,
it's kind of before he starts to, do his Shatner thing.
Yes, he did it one time.
But it's honestly the thing. I've actually shown some of the original series to people over time, and they'll be expecting to make fun of that. Like, why is he not doing that? He's like legitimate.
He's pretty like normal acting early on.
For the most part. You guys do realize that it's an exaggeration of
yes,
certain
it
things.
is.
People are expecting that. Well, he does certainly grow into the Shatner.
But certainly at this time,
he's trying to,
not so much.
perform, strongly.
Yeah. I would have liked to see a few more characters be involved.
True.
This really is mostly about Spock, Kirk, McCoy, a little bit.
This is even before McCoy was even on the lister for the main cast. Actually.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
That didn't happen until season 2.
I didn't notice that.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's an okay episode.
You can say it, Dan. It's like a guilty pleasure.
It kind of is. It's kind of a guilty pleasure. It was like, oh, what's he going to do next? First he did the card trick. I thought that was cool. And then he's vaporizing people. He turns people into lizards.
He's got a great act.
I was like, all right, what's going on? I was glad that they definitively addressed why he was okay with Kirk kind of bossing him around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone else was, kind of being dismissive of him or telling him what to do, and he would vaporize them.
Yeah.
but he stood up to Kirk, and I'm glad they addressed that, because for a little while I was like, why is he just like letting Kirk do that? So I'm glad they addressed that. I think it's an okay episode. I'll leave it with a B-.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And I was thinking about this going in. My opinion, the cool thing about TOS is that, like, really thinking about it, even episodes that are bad are still entertaining. Mm-hmm. So there's always something,
certainly memorable.
There's always something good about TOS. So I'm curious to see what Justin thinks about Mr. Charlie is Y. A Z? T.
No.
X.
Not quite triple X, but X.
No, this is actually one. Actually, I'll tell you guys in a bit. Justin, continue. I'll tell you.
Well, this is probably the least good episode of any of the Star Trek that we've watched this far. I thought
worse than the last Voyager, which got a D+.
Yeah, this was not good.
Nice.
Okay.
I can definitely tell this was basically Star Trek trying to tell a commentary about adolescence and puberty and just growing up. It felt incredibly amateurish. It was another great chapter of the growing trend that almost every decade seems to have, where we have to have the inevitable youthful, weird, evil child because we can. And what's weird is
they exist.
Twilight Zone basically told this exact same episode and told it better.
Well, yeah, a lot of the aficionados came from Twilight Zone and went over to Star Trek. It's
and vice versa.
Standard. Actually, it came beforehand, I think, but
yeah, not vice versa, because Twilight Zone was
80s Twilight
over,
Zone,
but
maybe.
yeah, maybe 80s Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I can see it.
That's possible. I apologize for the vice versa.
It's okay.
But Charlie is far and away the worst of the worst in terms of annoying young characters. I
think he's designed to be, though.
He is, but there's teenage angst, and then there's Twilight caliber teenage angst where it just sputters out of proportion.
I know where this is going, but I think you're looking at this the wrong way. But continue.
I mean, I understand that all the commentary of the old series are fairly explicit and heavy-handed, but
about 90% of the time,
yeah,
it's pretty much there. Don't do this because it's bad.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is this time it's still campy, but it's not as entertaining as the rest of the times they've tried to go for it.
A little mean-spirited for you?
I did not like, I'm with you 100%, the karaoke hour was
What
awful.
was happening?
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Like, they didn't have 2 minutes of script, so they were like, Nichelle, here's a microphone.
Sing a folky song has to include aliens, astronauts, and sound sci-fi-ish.
It was very weird.
yeah, have some of
We'll
those.
have Spock play a weird harp hybrid thing.
Oh, yeah, the lute or whatever that was. That was cool.
Oh, I stank right to the
I thought it
lute
was pretty
hybrid.
cool, though. Bach and Jam.
I was alright with that part, but...
No, I mean
Vulcan harp,
he was making it work. It was just weird instance. And then, I mean, I'll give Charlie X credit for having for finally shutting it down.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, she will be punished for her singing in a future episode. So,
Oh, no.
Interesting.
yeah.
No.
Tell me about music. What is music? I'll sing. Wipes her mind and kills her.
Is that right?
Basically, but
Wow,
that's
okay.
don't worry.
That's a later episode.
Spoiler alert, man.
It's okay. You guys will forget about it.
I assume they bring her back because she's in the movies
Oh
and
no,
whatnot.
no! They cloned her, and actually, it's her twin sister.
Oh, is that? No, it's not. Is it? Get the hell out of here.
Not the dumbest thing Star Trek has
I
ever
was
done.
going to say,
but-
I believed it for a second.
Well, I'm waiting for your grade, Justin. Come on.
But this was just... There were some good things about this episode. I can't say its heart wasn't in the right place at times.
I guess it was trying.
We do see a kind of mentorish figure out of Kirk. It's still Kirk being Kirk.
Yeah. Well, would you want him to be any other way?
Yes and no. But that's a start for another day. But to get to my grade, I leave Charlie X with a D.
A D.
A D.
Okay. Well, this is kind of one of those things where the episode's not good. I can't say it's a good episode, but there's so much nostalgia for me for this one because this is one of the more quotable Trek episodes I had growing up. No, really, like no laughing. It just
like what?
Like some of the best like over the top lines. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like. Like just turning, just some of the ridiculous things he does. Don't laugh at me. It's just Charlie X is kind of like awesomely bad.
Yeah.
It just has a lot of that for me. I mean, I can't honestly say it's good. I think a lot of it's terrible, but the acting's okay. I think the message is all right. There's a decent mystery, But it's so hammy and kind of mean spirited, and I think that's the thing that kind of holds it down a bit. But it's just, it's one you got to remember. Charlie X is one people remember, and I leave it with a C+.
Okay.
You know, it's not great, but
mean spirited.
there's something
to adolescent youth.
I think it's like I do think the picture painted about adolescence is a little much. Like Charlie's,
It is.
It's
Star Trek.
Yeah, but even for Star Trek, like they are intentionally making him like despicable, and he's, I just don't care about Charlie X at all, and I think you're supposed to.
Right. Okay.
That's kind of a big problem.
See that. I feel like
when he's when they're trying
I
to
feel
help
like he
him
should
out.
have been younger. If they're going to have him act like that, like he's throwing basically temper tantrums.
Pretty much.
He's like 20.
He should have been like 12, not 17.
And that's
This is true,
probably
to be honest.
a casting issue, and I agree with that. That's one of the reasons why it's funny, because he's a grown man acting like a baby, and then it just they're just lifting their eyebrows at him like, what's your problem?
But they're also trying to dismiss that by being like, okay, he was by himself for so long, and
Which, to be fair, he doesn't understand how people interact.
It's a reasonable
That's why
explanation, at least.
it's kind of a reasonable explanation. But then we have this whole like, okay, but he socializes at a more normal pace at times, and then
Well, he's just trying to imitate other people, really, is what it is.
He doesn't seem very socialized at all.
but he's got these more socialized needs that drive the episode.
Did you guys like the ass slapping?
I mean,
How'd you feel about the handling? I thought it was handled
story.
pretty well.
I thought that the conversation he had with Kirk about it was good.
Like I think that
I like when that woman told him, to knock, and that she'll lock her door whenever she feels like it.
Yeah, like so.
That was fine.
I actually think that's fine.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty pro.
Pro woman.
Pro woman.
Yeah.
So it's not
Maybe
like
just in the last two episodes.
it's like it happens. It's occasional. And
Here
then
and there.
next episode you'll have Kirk slapping the asses and it's fine. And this is one of the dark side of being handled by different writers all the time. So consistency, I don't know. But anyway, that's Charlie X. It's
How great.
definitely one you guys will remember. It's Charlie X. It kind of sucks, but it's all right. I still think it's better than Naked Now, personally.
Oh, yeah. For me, it was.
Surprised then, we weren't
Justin's
there.
least favorite so far.
That's cool. Well, I mean, if you don't like Charlie X,
Oh no.
there'll be some ones that you'll hate more.
I mean, stop me at any time, but didn't you say the next TNG is the worst of the worst?
Next TNG is pretty much universally considered the worst episode of Star Trek ever.
Wow. Okay.
Can't wait.
Mostly,
Get ready for those Fs.
if nothing else, I'd be surprised if it wasn't. Most, no, in all honesty, like, mostly because of the subject matter.
Okay.
And I won't get into it, but like, no.
Interesting.
It just shouldn't happen.
Whoa.
But you guys look forward to that next time, and I'm sure it'll be fun discussing that one.
Take care.
Have a good one.
See you, everybody.